Kiri-Faith was born in Gisborne on New Zealand's Pacific coast in 1944 to a Maori father and a mother of Irish extraction. She was offered for adoption as a baby and taken on by a couple of exactly the same heritage, Tom and Nell Takanawa. Kiri never sought to meet her biological parents.
I suppose one's always curious. You always want to be on the other side of the street and just have a look across and say, I don't want to go there anymore. But I think when you're adopted, if your parents were wonderful and you feel there's no need to go anywhere else, then that's fine too. I felt that I had such an amazing life that I would not destroy them by going off and saying, well, I need to see who my real parents are. I just felt as though I was a very special child. I don't know, maybe because my father and my mother looked after me so well and they were such beautiful parents, especially my father, that I really felt very privileged, still do. My father treated me like a princess. I could do no wrong, and it was, like I say, and every day goes past, I think of him every day, because he was a lovely, lovely man.
But it was Kiri's mother, Nell, who discovered her voice and pushed her to sing. She also converted the family to Catholicism, allowing Kiri the chance to attend the prestigious St Mary's College.
It was possible by being Catholic. They accepted me. It was still at that time where you went to Catholic schools if you were Catholic, you went to Anglican schools if you were Anglican. You had to choose a religion almost. You were either a Catholic or a Church of England, Presbyterian, Anglican, and there was, you had to have a religion.
Kiri could now study music at St Mary's under the tutelage of the nationally renowned teacher, Sister Mary Leo, an inspiration and something of a tyrant.
She was a bit of a demon, and there was a lot of church, a lot of prayers, and go and pray before you went to a concert, which was you were always in fear of, not getting through the concert or getting through the competition or anything. So we were always in fear. But they said, I've heard since growing up a little bit, and someone said, once a Catholic, always a Catholic, no matter what. You're sort of made Cooper. You're always sort of slashing at your wrists and being a martyr.
But from an early age, Kiri rejected Catholicism's most basic of institutions.
To ask a young child at age 7 or whatever it is to go to talk to a priest through a frightening grill. They never really said to you, now this is what you will be experiencing. You are thrown to this black box, door shut, and then this sort of priest going, tell the young woman, what are your sins? And you think, oh my God, who is he? And I'm dying to see his face, because I thought, who are you, silly old fool? And I'd have to tell my sins, and the night before I'd be crying. I thought, oh my God, I've done this, and I've eaten that, and I shouldn't have taken that, and I was rude to my mother. And I thought, you're 7, you don't do things like that. And so I thought, no, I'm not going in there anymore. They'd ask if I'd been to confession. I said, oh yeah. So it turned out to be a liar as well. I have my own God now. And that's my mother. I remember my mother, she said, I pray to my own God. And she says these 3 prayers and those 3 prayers, and then prays for me and prays for this and prays for that. And so I just took that on. I thought, that sounds best to me, that at least I do it to my God.
The religious instruction may not have worked, but Sister Leo forced Kiri to sing and sing. By her mid-teens, she was funding her musical education through singing at events throughout the area.
I went and sang at weddings and funerals and anything that I could sing at, and I got £2 a time, and it sort of paid for some part of my week. My father struggled, and my mother struggled to give me the training. I suppose we all thought we were little angels for a while, and everyone loved you singing. I remember when you were young, because you looked beautiful, and you were like a little dove, a little white dove or something. So people thought it was wonderful.
Kiri had become famous across New Zealand, winning singing competitions, appearing on television and radio, and recording popular songs. She was a star, but at just 17 years old, she faced a decision: whether to stay a big fish in a small pond at home, or cross the world to London to further her musical studies.
Well, it was sort of a natural progression, really. I I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't know if I was going to be any good. I was the last person to know, and everyone else was sort of fear and trembling that would I be able to withstand the rigours of this sort of international career if it ever would happen. I was offered a place at the London Opera Centre, and so I took it. I thought, well, that's fine, I'll do that. And then I went. I just left like that. It was like as fast as it was. One day I was in New Zealand, I'd won this competition. The next day I'd met James Robertson, and I was on the ship to come to England.